Are you looking for the perfect, beautiful, easy watercolor gift tags you can paint in a snap? Well, I have your back today with these beautiful gift cards that are way better than the ones you can find in the store. You will need watercolor paper, watercolor paint, a flat brush, gold paint if you have it, a ruler, masking tape, and a hole punch for punching the holes in the tops of our tags. Instead of individually painting each tag, we're going to paint the entire paper and then cut the tags when we're done. So I have a 9 by 12 inch piece of paper, and that means if I do 3-inch sections down the side of the paper, I will have 4 sections. So I'm putting dots in 3-inch increments down both sides of my paper. Right where these 2 dots align, I am going to put a piece of masking tape. Make sure the tape gets pressed down really tight so it has a nice seal against the watercolor. So the dots are going to be right under the edge of the tape. The masking tape will differentiate between our sections, but also will be the place where we can write the names after we're finished. So our first section is stripes, and I kept the color palette really simple with green, red, and gold. I used different colors of green for depth and painted over them while they were still wet for a blending effect. If you don't have any gold, that is totally fine. You can accomplish this same look with just different shades of red and green, making sure to vary the thickness of your stripes for even more interest. So for our next section, I'm doing a circle pattern, and these are going to be like ball ornaments that you can hang on the tree, right? So at the end, I'll show you how I add the little topper, but if you don't want to do that, this would be beautiful as just a pattern of colorful circles. I end up doing red, green, blue, and yellow because I love those colors together, and they still are kind of within that Christmassy, cheerful palette. I also let most of the circles dry before I layer another circle over the top with another color because I didn't want too much of the blending effect. There still is some bleeding now and then, but I love the layered effect for this pattern a little bit more. For the next section, I was inspired by the crazy metallic Christmas trees in Charlie Brown Christmas, and they're really incredible colors. So I stuck with a palette of pink, purple, and blue, which is definitely outside traditional Christmas colors, but because we're doing a traditional shape, we're going to be adding details to it later so you can tell it's like a Christmas tree. It works because it's cheerful and colorful, but it will still remain within theme. And I definitely did not worry about bleeding in this one and let them do their thing, and I loved it. For the next section, I'm doing a very simple pattern, but it's quite effective in how pretty it looks in the end. So I'm just doing swipes of red and green with my flat brush, kind of creating a confetti pattern, and then I'm going over those at the end with gold. So I'm letting them bleed a little bit. I'm also letting some of the little squares be really wet and also some of them be really dry with a more dry brush to create more of a textured swipe. So now I'm going through with the Christmas trees and the baubles, and I'm going to add some details. You can make this as simple or as intricate as you like. And if you don't have gold, you could use the higher concentration of pigment of the color that you're painting on top of to add these details. So you could use a dark pink, a dark blue, a dark red to still add the stripes and the dots. And this is what our paper looks like when we're done painting. Now it's time for the best part. So crisp, so clean. I love it. We're still going to add a few more details. I am using the very edge of my flat brush to create just these little tree stumps in a darker pigment of the color of the tree that I'm adding them to. And this is where our circle pattern becomes ornaments. So I'm using a micron size 1 pen. I draw a kind of funky rectangle shape, lines inside, and a hook at the top. And you do not have to add this part. I think the circles are beautiful as they are on their own, especially with the gold detail, but I just thought this black line detail was super fun and perfect for those ornaments. So now we are finished and we get to cut it up. and make all of our tags. So we're going to cut along this line, so it's the top of the next pattern, so that we have a white section along the bottom of our pattern. Now, if you remember, my paper is 9 inches across. So if I cut them at 2¼ inches each, I will get 4 of these perfect sized tags. Oh, and shout out to my 9-year-old for helping me do all this math. You know, he's good at that stuff. And we're finished! We took all of those patterns and chopped them up into little tags, and now you have 16 tags! And it was super quick and easy. I mean, this video is only 6 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. And now you can use your hole punch and punch all the holes in the tags and put string through them and write names on them and do all the fun things. So I write this name totally funky. I'll blame it on the fact that the camera is in my face. But this gold one, how pretty is that? Like, how fun would it be to write all of your names for your family in gold? My kids won't care what they look like. Your kids won't care what they look like either. Just have fun. And if you're wondering if I painted my nails with that gold watercolor, the answer is yes. What did I tell you though? So easy. In a snap. So quick. Beautiful. Way better than the ones in the store, right? Everyone you know is gonna love these, and you can be like, yeah, I totally painted those. So let me know how it goes. I'll see you guys later. Bye.